Welcome back to USA News Hub, your trusted source for breaking stories, sports highlights, and the biggest updates from around the world. Stay tuned, because we bring you the news that matters, fast and fresh. Noah Lyles continues to remain silent over Kenny Bednarek push controversy, going to keep personal. In the world of sprinting, rivalries are born in the blink of an eye. A finish line stare, a shoulder bump, a shove. It doesn't take much to ignite sparks when pride, speed, and national glory are on the line. And when it comes to Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek, two of America's finest sprinters, fans thought they saw the beginning of a fierce battle. But was it really a rivalry, or just a misunderstanding that spiraled into controversy? Let's rewind to where it all started. It was the summer of 2025 at the USATF Championships in Eugene, Oregon. The men's 200-meter final had everyone buzzing. Noah Lyles, the reigning world champion and global superstar, was on the track. Right beside him, his national teammate, Kung Fu Kenny Bednarek, a man known for his explosive finishing kick and fearlessness against the biggest names. The race itself? A classic. Lyles pulled ahead in the final stretch, edging Bednarek at the line. But the drama didn't end there. As the cameras zoomed in, Lyles turned and delivered a long, icy glare toward his teammate. Moments later, Kenny shoved him from behind. It wasn't violent, but it was enough to shock the crowd, and enough to send the internet into a frenzy. Fans instantly thought, "Oh boy, this is the rivalry track and field has been waiting for." Social media lit up. Memes, slow-motion replays, heated debates. Everyone wanted to know, what exactly went down between Noah and Kenny? Was it disrespect? Was it trash talk? Was it personal? And if it was personal, how personal? Kenny Bednarek was the first to clear the air, at least on his side. Before the World Championships in Tokyo, he sat down with reporters and addressed the situation. His words, surprisingly calm. "I wouldn't even really say it's a rivalry," Kenny explained. He admitted they had a heated moment at the USATF Championships, but said the two of them later sat down and had a really good, honest conversation. In other words, no bad blood, at least not anymore. But fans weren't buying it. They wanted Noah's version of the story. Fast forward a few weeks later. Noah Lyles appeared on Speakeasy, a YouTube show, and finally broke his silence. He confirmed Kenny's story. After the race, the two of them were indeed pulled into a private room for hours of conversation. They talked it out, cleared the air, and, according to Noah, moved forward. But Noah being Noah, he couldn't resist adding his own twist of confidence. "I already know once somebody is trying to put their hands on you, you already won the battle," Lyles said with a grin. Classic Noah, always finding a way to frame the story as a victory. Still, when pressed about what really set Kenny off, Noah refused to spill details. "I'm actually going to keep that personal," he said firmly. But then, he dropped a hint. "That's just something that involves me and my woman, me and Junelle," Lyles revealed, referring to his girlfriend, Jamaican sprinter Junelle Bromfield. Now that raised eyebrows. Because if Junelle was in the middle of the drama, then we were no longer just talking about a track rivalry, we were talking about something much deeper, much more personal. Lyles didn't elaborate, but his message was clear. There are layers to this story that the public doesn't need to know. And for now, he was content to let fans speculate. For those who followed Lyles closely, his loyalty to Junelle is no secret. When Jamaican fans criticized her last year after Noah revealed she sometimes gave him inside info about rivals, Lyles stood firmly by her side. He defended her relentlessly, showing the world that his relationship was untouchable. So, if Kenny's frustration touched even slightly on Junelle, no wonder Noah's glare in Eugene felt so sharp. But the feud, or non-feud, depending on who you ask, didn't overshadow the bigger mission, representing Team USA at the World Championships in Tokyo. Interestingly, organizers seemed cautious about the tension. They placed Lyles and Bednarek in separate semifinals for the 200 meters, just to avoid any extra stress. But when the finals came, both men were ready. In the 100 meters, Noah took bronze. Bednarek finished just off the podium in fourth. And in the 200 meters, the main event, Lyles proved why he's the reigning king. He stormed to gold, while Bednarek finished second. On paper, that should have been the climax of their rivalry. But instead of widening the gap, it started to close it. because soon after, Lyles and Bednarek found themselves on the same side again, literally, running shoulder to shoulder in the 4x100 relay. Along with Christian Coleman and Courtney Lindsay, the American squad had one mission: defend their world title. And they did just that. Lyles anchored the team, storming down the final straight, and secured another gold for Team USA. As the four sprinters hugged and celebrated, the cameras caught Noah and Kenny embracing too. So, was that hug genuine? Or just for show? That's the million-dollar question. At the USATF Championships, tempers flared. Kenny admitted he pushed Noah. Noah admitted they had a long talk afterward. Both insist they've moved forward. And when it mattered most, when Team USA needed unity, they delivered together. But here's what we don't know. What exactly did Kenny say or do that made Noah's stare so deadly? Why was Junelle's name brought up? And deep down, does Noah Lyles truly see Kenny Bednarek as a rival, or just another sprinter trying to catch up? For now, Noah is keeping those answers personal. And maybe that's a good thing. Because sometimes, the mystery is what keeps the sport exciting. One thing's certain, when the gun goes off, and it's Noah Lyles in one lane, Kenny Bednarek in another, the crowd is watching. And waiting. Because even if they call it friendship, it still feels like rivalry. So, what do you think? Have Noah and Kenny really buried the hatchet, or is this just the calm before the storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines in track and field. Thank you for watching USA News Hub. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss our latest news stories.